Hi, it's Imogen Lamport from Inside Out Style. Are men really from Mars and women from Venus? Well, I don't ascribe to this, but I do think that a lot of men and women have different attitudes towards their style. So here's just one example. So some years ago, I was in a unisex jean store. So men and women, the change rooms are all there together pretty much. You might have a couple of barriers, but you can hear people in the change room next to you. And I was in there trying on some jeans and, struggling to get them to fit and thinking that I just needed to lay off the pies because I couldn't get them to fit right. And I tried on pair after pair and I was just getting really disappointed. And I hear the man in the change room next to me say, look, and he was obviously talking to the sales assistant, there's something wrong with these jeans. Can you go and get me some other ones? And I thought, you know what? He's right and I'm wrong. There's nothing wrong with me. There's just something wrong with the jeans. The jeans were not made to actually fit me. They didn't take my measurements. They didn't sew them up to my perfect fit. So of course, how I expect when I have a different, unique body compared to so many other people to be able to get something to fit immediately and perfectly, it's really kind of crazy thinking. And that was just one of those experiences where I was thinking, what I've got to say to myself is these jeans were not made to fit over my delicious, luscious body. Rather than there is something wrong with you, Imogen, which tends to be what goes through our head as women. Often we tend to blame ourselves and think that there's something wrong with us rather than there's something wrong with the clothing item. I thought I should think more like a man with regards to how I think about clothing, that it's the clothes that are the problem. It is never me. So that is one thing. And then the other day I was on a kind of like a business related Facebook group, and somebody asked the question of, if you had however much money, $2,000 or something, what would you spend it on to improve your business? And I actually cut and printed out this reply from a man who said, probably just upgrade my wardrobe. Probably the one thing that's made me more money than anything else from a return on investment standpoint. And I thought, that's really different. Women tend to say, oh, maybe I'd do another course. I'd get another degree. I'd get, there'd be something else. It's never about ourselves in that same sort of way. Yet this man's realized that his image makes a huge difference to how successful he is. Probably partly from he feels better when he's dressed well, and that other people treat him better when he is dressed well. And so there's always this thing. And I thought it's really interesting how he has just, accepted this and says, well, absolutely. I should just, spend some more money on my wardrobe or get the help I need. And I noticed that with my male clients, that they're always much more pragmatic. They're like, just tell me what I need, tell me what to get, and they can see the value. And they don't spend time in the change room thinking, oh, can I afford this? Is this really important? Am I, that it's bad for me for wanting this? They just do it knowing that it's going to make a difference. And it's one of those things that I see that women tend to have more of an issue with investing in themselves because they see it as selfish. It's somehow, I think that, and there's probably many cultures where women, particularly when you become a mother and then it's about everybody else's needs rather than your own, and it's fine to spend money on the kids but not to spend money on yourself, that fashion is somehow really frivolous and that our style is therefore frivolous, when in fact style is the thing and our clothes are the thing that stops us being naked. It helps us express our identity. It actually goes really deeply to our core, yet we're kind of told that fashion is frivolous, and so therefore we should not be thinking about it. We shouldn't certainly be investing in it, and we don't see it as an investment. We see it as a cost. And I think this is where we as women need to change our thinking on style and getting the right education about style, because not only do we not want to be standing in front of a wardrobe every morning like getting frustrated and feeling depressed when we do get dressed, that our outfits are disappointing, they're not giving us what we want, they're not giving us the confidence we want, but it's because we are not making the changes we need to make. We're not realizing, like this Michael did, that there is a return on investment from improving your style and getting that style education. So it's one of those things. I think there is a cultural element. There's particularly a female element. Like, I've had many husbands call me up and say, my wife never buys herself anything nice. Like, she comes home with lots of stuff for the kids. And she'll occasionally buy herself something new, but it's cheap and nasty. And I want you to take her shopping and get her something nice. But she's not valuing herself in the way that I value her, and that I think she should value herself. So I want you to think about, what is the way you think about your attitude, the way you think about your style. Is it a cost or is it an investment? And how can you change this to make it so you can see that your style actually has some impact on both yourself and other people, and that it can help to improve your confidence when you are feeling good about your style? So if you'd like to know more about some of the many little shopping issues, and I've identified 13 common shopping mistakes we all make. You may not make all 13 of them, but you'll make a few, which is why you end up having a wardrobe full of clothes that you end up not wearing. I'd love to invite you to watch my free video masterclass, which I will put a link to, and you can then find out a little bit more about, what the mistakes are you're making and why you're so dissatisfied with your wardrobe, so you can actually stop making those mistakes. Because as soon as you've identified them, you can actually stop making them, which is going to immediately start improving your style. Thanks so much for watching. Bye for now.